This is a picture of polluted river. Some are filling with trash and some are blue light color. This blue light color is not the healthy one, but the blue light color is caused by plastic washing. It's not the nicest thing to see, but this is the reality. In this video, we will talk about the river pollution in Negeri Sembilan and Malacca. Rivers have been known to be the source of life. We can see the proof in history. Where the rivers are, people thrive. But as era modernized, people around the world started to neglect river. For sake of this video, we have conducted an online questionnaire for the residents of Negeri Sembilan and Malacca, and this is their response.
Good day. I will be explaining about the data received from the survey.
The total respondents of this survey is 51. 61% of the respondents are from Negeri Sembilan and 39% of the respondents are from Malacca. Based on the information given, 39% of the respondents mentioned that the rivers near their area in Negeri Sembilan is polluted. 10% of the other respondents mentioned that the rivers are not polluted. Majority of the respondents, which is 51%, responded that they are not sure about the condition of the river. For Malacca, 30% of the respondents recorded that the rivers near their area is polluted, whereas 20% of the respondents recorded not polluted. 50% not sure about the river condition. This shows that people care less about rivers in their area and should be educated about it to increase awareness on the importance of knowing the river condition.
From this survey, we can see there is a huge amount of percentage of people that do not know what's condition of the river. Sadly, the pollution is everywhere to be seen. But how does this happen?
Now I will explain about the factors that contribute to river pollution. Development, tourism and local people are some of the factors that contribute to river pollution. From the survey that we made, some of the respondents said that river pollution in their area is caused by domestic waste. Malacca River is one of the tourist attractions in Malacca. Many visitors come for their river cruise or for dining at the restaurant along the river. Growth in tourism means there are needs for development, such as hotels and shopping malls. These two things go hand in hand and are closely related to each other, which will contribute to increase of people in the area. The increase of people means that the generated domestic waste will also increase. Domestic waste does not only come from visitors but also the locals. For example, the workers at the restaurant might dump their kitchen waste into the river, or just locals throwing their garbage into the river.
This is Shafika interviewing one of the residents. Let's hear about it.
Assalamualaikum Encik. Saya dapat tahu Encik telah membesar di Kampung Morton. Walaupun sekarang Encik tak tinggal dekat sini, tapi Encik membesar di sini. Jadi tentu Encik lebih arif tentang perubahan yang berlaku terhadap Sungai Melaka. Jadi boleh Encik ceritakan sedikit apa yang telah berubah di Sungai Melaka ni? Silakan Encik.
Waalaikumsalam. Untuk pengetahuan, Kampung Morton ni merupakan sebuah kampung Melayu yang terletak di pinggiran Sungai Melaka ni. Jadi kalau kamu lihat, okay, pada tahun 60-an, kampung ini memang merupakan total kampung Melayu yang terdiri berrumah-rumah Melayu, dan sungai sini sangat bersih. Okay, sangat bersih dan sangat jernih. Sebab kalau lihat di belakang tu kan, masih kita lihat pokok bakau. Okay, pokok bakau, dan juga ada pokok nipah sepanjang kawasan kalau kita lihat sebelah sana. Okay, kerana pada ketika memang sungai itu sangat bersih. Saya ingat masa itu tahun 60-an saya berada di sini. Namun demikian, kita lihat kesan daripada pembangunan. Kalau kita lihat di sana, di sekeliling kampung ini telah berlaku pembangunan yang sangat drastik kerana kampung ini terletak di dalam bandar Melaka sendiri. Jadi kesan pembangunan itu sikit sebanyak memang akan mencemarkan sungai tersebut. Okey. Jadi kesan daripada kepentingan sungai, kerajaan negeri Melaka, okay, dan juga pihak pelancongan negeri Melaka telah memajukan sungai ini sebagai salah satu elemen pelancongan. Okay. okay, dengan usaha syarikat River Cruise Malacca, mereka telah membersihkan dan memeliharakan semula sungai ini. Okay. Jadi kamu lihat mereka telah menjalankan perkhidmatan bot pelancongan cruise river di Malacca. Bermula pada bulan November, kalau tak silap November tahun 2005. Mereka mulakan dengan 4 buah bot. Itu Tun Teja dan Tun Fatimah. Yang asalnya mereka, bot tersebut, Tun Teja membawa 20 penumpang dan Tun Fatimah 40 penumpang. Namun kalau kita lihat, sungai yang mereka mula memelihara, jadi tercemar semula akibat daripada kesan pelancongan itu sendiri. Kalau awak lihat di sini dia punya sungai tu perubahan warna air dah mula makin kotor balik. Kesan yang pertama yang saya nampak ialah kesan daripada bot itu sendirilah, kan? Tidak balas bot sendiri, minyak dan sebagainya terhadap air. Dan yang kedua, sampah yang dibawa oleh pelancong sendiri. Kalau awak lihat di bawah tu kan ada sampah-sampah kan. Kalau kita lihat sampah bertambah dan sebenarnya pun tercemar. Dan apa yang telah dilakukan oleh pihak cruise sendirilah, mereka terpaksa mengutip sampah secara berkala untuk bersihkan sungai ini. Sebab sungai ini sebagai tarikan pelancong kan, jadi tak bolehlah kotor. Jadi itu yang mereka lakukan usaha.
As you can hear, the river become more polluted. We need to cut down on our plastic. But the sad thing is, even though this pollution is occur in Negeri Sembilan and Malacca, it's not just caused by their residents, but people from all Malaysia as people go for holiday and vacation. I wonder, from all this pollution, will nature be affected? If yes, how worse is it?
So today I'm going to talk about how river pollution changes biodiversity status. Polluted rivers can change the biodiversity status, as we can see that when water contains a lot of foreign substance that comes from the environment, the ecosystem in the rivers such as aquatic ecosystem can be destroyed. The biodiversity status can be changed when the food chains in the ecosystem are destroyed, so that we can see the diversity of that ecosystem are low since there are a lot of population are not managed to survive due to the polluted of river.
And that's what we call nature's worst nightmare. Since rivers are important to humans and nature, what can we do to save it? Actually, the ways are infinite, but for the sake of this video, we want to talk about W2P, that is willingness to pay.
Now I will explain about willingness to pay. Willingness to pay is the maximum amount an individual is willing to hand over procure a product service. Or for simple explanation, willingness to pay is the amount that a person is willing to pay for a good or service, or tell us how much of all other goods and services a person is willing to give up to get that item. For example, in our case study, we met about the condition of river in Negeri Sembilan and Malacca, and we found that some of the river are tainted. As we know, river give us a lot of benefits and services. So in willing to pay concept, it's how many price or amount that a person is willing to pay to preserve the importance of this river so that it can always provide a good service to the ecosystem and organism of Negeri Sembilan and Malacca.
Nakla have done a survey using IG Live to know whether people willing to pay their money to save the river.
Untuk survey yang aku buat, willingness to pay ni fokus kepada ecosystem service. Macam mana kita nak bagi value pada hutan, pada sungai. Sungai manakah yang anda sanggup bayar lebih atau berminat untuk bayar? First, dia ada dua pilihan. Pilihan pertama, sungai A yang cantik, ada waterfall, ada tourist attraction, ada river cruise. Itu sungai pertama. Sungai kedua, sungai yang berdekatan dengan rumah. Sungai tu biasa-biasa je. Mungkin ada ikan, mungkin tak ada ikan. Tapi dia dekatlah dengan rumah. Yang mana satu yang lebih pengguna prefer untuk bayar. Bayarnya adalah sekali seumur hidup. Okay. Lepas tu, berapa banyak yang pengguna sanggup bayar. Dia satu soalan dia adalah yang mana satu kau pilih untuk kau bayar. Yang kedua adalah berapa nilai tertinggi dan minimum paling sikit pengguna nak bayar.
From the result of her survey, we can see that many people willing to pay for river that have river cruise or waterfall rather than river that may or may not have fish or any attraction in it. Therefore, we can conclude that people's willingness to pay their money can change the river future. The more money we spend, the better the river will be. But it's not a one man's job. It's all of us. We need to do this together for brighter, greener and less polluted river. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do much. Helen Keller.